What's good, people? SimFBallCritic here, and I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on this subject. You know, it's all over the net. It's the biggest topic today. It's all over the sports wave, and, you know, I figure why not? Go ahead and weigh in, give you my opinions on the subject. Now, as you can see here, I'm playing some NBA 2K14, just playing an NBA Today game, and I figured, hey, jump into one of the playoff games, and as you can see, I'm controlling the Grizz against the Thunder. Now, before I get started with the topic, look at this pass right here. This is a problem I've had with 2K for quite a while. The directional passing is completely off. Clearly, I was going to Prince, who was set up behind the three-point line, in position to make a shot, and you see where the ball went. That's a problem that I have with 2K basketball, and it's been like that for several years. And I know some people will say, oh, you could use the icon passing or what have you, but come on, man. Sometimes you just want to make a quick pass. But anyway, let's get to the topic. Now, for those of you who haven't heard, and I'll put the link in the description, to TMZ or what have you, or various sites. Now, Donald Sterling is the LA Clippers owner. And apparently, his girlfriend, which is, much younger than him, we'll get into that as well. But his young girlfriend somehow recorded a conversation of him. Apparently he's upset at the company she keeps, via Instagram and, to games and, just being out in public with, minorities, people of a different race outside of Caucasian. Now, he primarily talked about, blacks and, I believe he mentioned Latinas as well, or Latinos or what have you. And basically the conversation they're having is he's upset with her again because of the company she keeps and things of that nature. Now, just to give my opinion on the whole thing, I encourage you, listen for yourself. And I know even with the tape, some people now are coming out and saying, how do we know that it's, it's legitimate, it's not fabricated or, pieced together or what have you. And my point is this. I'll make this quick point about that. No, I don't know all the facts. So, I'm a strong believer in innocent until proven guilty. But people like, Magic Johnson and, people within the organization and some of the players on the team, I'm pretty sure they know what the owner sounds like. So, if these people are coming out and they're upset about what took place, then in my opinion, it probably was him. Now, regardless of if the, audio was pieced together or whatever, to me, that doesn't matter. What really matters to me is that if it was him, if it was in fact him, then, hey, regardless of how the video was put together, the audio was put together, but if he said it, he said it. Now, let's get to the meat. Now, just because somebody says something or they have comments or they make statements or what have you behind closed doors, it doesn't necessarily mean they're racist. In my opinion, I think a lot of people in the world may say things behind closed doors as far as stereotypes, or you're making a joke or you're mimicking somebody, whatever, I don't know, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a racist. Now, in this case, because of the context in which he was using these words and statements, and, because of the context of the argument that him and his girlfriend were having, to me it comes off very racist as far as racist tendencies. Again, I don't know this guy personally, but you can only judge someone off of their actions. And the way that it sounded in that video, I keep saying video, in that audio, sounded very racist to me, as far as his conduct at that moment. Now, what's strange to me is that the girlfriend is actually of a mixed race. I believe she stated that she's black and Mexican. So it's kind of interesting. Like I said, listen to it for yourself. I'll post a link in the description. Very interesting conversation, how he's talking about other races, and primarily the two races that she consists of, when you think of African Americans and Latinos. And it, to me, is just, the thing that throws me is, if you really feel this way, what really throws me off is how You don't want to be affiliated or be seen with people of another race, and primarily African Americans. That's what he said in the audio. You don't want to, be seen around a lot of blacks or be affiliated with a lot of blacks. What confuses me the most is how can you allow these same people to be the face of your company, your business? You are the owner of a professional basketball team, the NBA, the LA Clippers, which is definitely a known team right now, very good team, and also, a playoff team right now. And if you look at that team, there's quite a few African Americans on the team. Hey, your head coach is African American. So again, the question I would have to anybody who acts like that is, how is it okay for these people to be the face of your company, but you really don't want to have any affiliation with them outside of them working for you? And then to me, it's that old mentality. You can work for me, but that's where the buck stops. And it's crazy. Like I said, I'm not here to pass judgment on who's racist and who's not. I'm far from a racist person, never have been. But when I hear things like this, it raises an eyebrow. It raises an eyebrow. You pay attention to these types of things, and it's very sad that this is the type of behavior that we still have to deal with in 2014. And what's even more sad, I will go ahead and say this in advance, it's even more sad at some of the comments that I know I'm going to receive in this video. It'll be very interesting to see that. But hey, people are people. But I just thought, hey, it's great sports day for me today. I watched several sporting events, so I figured, hey, why not weigh in on one of the biggest topics of, sports today? And that definitely is it. So it is what it is, guys. Like always, let me know what you think. Every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sim Standard Radio. If you would like to give us a call, you can reach us at 914-338-0794.